It happened in a split second. The engine died. The brakes failed. The airbags silenced. For years, police blamed the drivers. They called it reckless driving, speeding, alcohol. But the victims were innocent. They were killed by a secret buried deep inside the steering column of their own cars, a defect that General Motors knew about, a flaw they decided was too expensive to fix. The cost to save those lives? 57 cents. Welcome to Built to Fail. This is the story of the GM ignition switch. Here's the part that sounds impossible, but it's real. The ignition switch inside these cars had low rotational torque. Translation? It took almost no force to turn it. This wasn't a software bug. It wasn't a freak accident. It was physics. Now add the real-world variable no lab loves to talk about. A heavy keychain, house keys, car fobs, gym tags, that little dealer-branded plastic rectangle. All of it hanging from the ignition. Hit a pothole? Make a sharp turn. Or worse, your knee brushes the keys. Click. The switch slips from run to accessory. And when that happens, the engine shuts off. Power steering? Gone. Power brakes? Gone. But that's not the killer. When the engine shuts off, the airbags are disabled. Let that sink in. You're in a crash. The car loses power. And the system designed to save your life? It never even wakes up. No airbags. No warning. No second chance. This wasn't a rare edge case. Engineers knew about it years earlier. Internal tests showed it. Complaints confirmed it. Fatal crashes proved it. And still, nothing changed. Because fixing it would have cost money. 57 cents. To understand why this wasn't fixed, you have to understand General Motors at the time. Early 2000s GM wasn't just a car company. It was a bureaucracy on wheels. Decisions moved slowly. Responsibility was diluted. And accountability practically non-existent. Inside GM, there's a phrase. The GM nod. It meant this. An engineer raises a safety issue. An executive nods. Everyone agrees something should be done. And then, nothing happens. No follow-up. No deadline. No fix. The nod wasn't approval. It was a burial. Safety issues bounced between departments. No one owned the problem. And if no one owned it, no one paid for it. Cost-cutting ruled everything. Changing a part meant new tooling, new documentation, new approvals, new costs. And GM was obsessed with avoiding all four. So instead of redesigning the switch, they delayed, they reclassified, they minimized. Deaths were called accidents. Failures were called inconclusive. Warnings were called noise. All while cars kept rolling off the line. All while people kept dying. This is where incompetence turns into something darker. Meet Ray DeGiorgio. He was the engineer responsible for the ignition switch. By 2006, the problem was undeniable. The switch was defective. It didn't meet GM's own torque specifications, so DeGiorgio approved a fix. A redesigned switch, stronger detents, higher torque, the problem solved. But here's the twist. He did not change the part number. In engineering, that's a cardinal sin. Part numbers are identity. They're traceability. They're how investigators, regulators, and lawyers track changes. Same part number means same part. On paper. In reality, there were now two different ignition switches floating around. The old, deadly one, the new, safer one, indistinguishable in records, invisible to investigators, which meant when crashes happened after 2006, GM could claim this part was never changed. This defect never existed. We see no pattern because the paper trail was erased. not deleted, not destroyed, just never created. This wasn't an oversight. This was a decision. And this is the exact moment negligence crossed the line. The truth didn't come from GM. It came from a lawyer. After the death of Brooke Melton, her family's attorney started digging. He noticed something strange. 2 ignition switches, same part number, different designs. That shouldn't be possible. But it was. And once that thread was pulled, everything unraveled. Internal emails, old test results, meeting notes GM had known for over a decade. The public reaction was explosive. Congress stepped in. Hearings were called. And there, under oath, sat Mary Barra, GM's new CEO. She hadn't caused the problem, but she inherited it. And now she had to explain why. A known defect was ignored, a fix was hidden, and people were killed over 57 cents. GM eventually paid billions. Settlements, fines, compensation funds. But here's the part that still haunts this story. No one went to jail. No executive, no engineer, no decision maker. Careers ended, reputations bruised. But for the families? That's not justice. This wasn't a freak failure. It wasn't bad luck. It was a system designed to ignore risk, until the cost was measured in human lives. This is Built to Fail, a channel about the disasters hidden behind corporate press releases, the shortcuts no one wants to talk about, and the price ordinary people pay for them. If you want more stories like this, more failures they tried to bury, hit subscribe. Because the next one, it's already happening.